Welcome to Tauke Talks. Tauke Talks is a series of sharing sessions where small but mighty business owners share about their motivations on why they started their own businesses and the story behind their journey. So my name is Jamie. This sharing session is brought to you by RYSE, a program that equips young people with entrepreneurial skills and knowledge to start small businesses. RYSE is supported by Citi Foundation. So we believe that entrepreneurship is not just for big startup, high techs, but also for small and mighty businesses. RYSE aims to showcase stories of small local businesses that are persevering and still chasing their dreams. So today we have Sena from the founder of Homemade Sena Spice Blend. So Sena, you just want to introduce you so you can say hi to everyone.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Sena. Hope you're doing good.
Awesome. So let me just quickly introduce her business. Sena is Sena Spice Blend was founded in 2019, and she also graduated in Masters of Science in Nutrition. So and she's combining her scientific knowledge and also with her grandma's and aunt's timeless recipe, and through that she developed a range of spice blends with new improved formula that can guarantee not only deliciousness but health. But I also don't want to just say whatever I know. But if there's anything else you want to add on, you can add on.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, it's just a small business that I started last year. So whatever I studied, I have applied in my business lately. Initially, it was like I wanted to pursue in another type of business, which was skincare. But then I realized I didn't have any passion in continuing that. And I just started grinding spices for my own family. Then after that, when as time goes, my in-laws, my family, my friends start purchasing actually. That time I didn't have any cost for it because I was basically doing for the household, right? Then I started doing a bit serious and joined online platform after my friends like forced me to go into it, and I took the challenge by joining, and yeah, not turning back. It was like good. It was like you're applying everything and you learn more,
Yeah.
develop all the things, skills.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much for that quick sharing. So before we start, just want to also tell everyone what we're going to do today. So we just went through the welcoming, and thank you everyone also for just being here with us. And then we're going to go through the sharing session, and then we're just going to listen to Sena's story of how she started and just the different challenges that she might have faced starting her business journey. And then we're going to go into Q&A, where that's where you guys can ask different questions and also just really ask whatever that you're curious about. And after the Q&A session, we'll be ending and having some closing announcements. Right, so without further ado, I think we can start. I hope you're ready, Sena. And let's just start with well, you briefly did tell us about your business, but maybe we can just start with what inspired you to start your business and how did this idea come about?
Okay. What inspired me actually, basically the basic one, I was really bored, and after my studies, I didn't know what to do, and people surrounding me, the ones that really know my value, they was pushing me to do something. And during my masters, I was working as research assistant. So basically, I was working for the university in innovating products, helping them to bring that to the public, and you have to attend all the exhibitions. You get to meet lots of people. You discuss to them or you share with them or try to promote new items, basically for health. So that time was really like glory times where you're always busy finding knowledge, creating stuff. So I knew in my inner strength, I can do something if I was being pressured or if I follow my passion. So then, but this idea really didn't come into me. I was just like basically doing whatever I supposed to do for my family, because I'm totally fed up of using spices that are look pale, smell stale, and had probably treated with chemicals or preservatives, colorings. So
Mm.
I decided to research a better quality spices for my kids. Hence, I come up with this idea. Just was like basic stuff. But I didn't know that I will be having quite a number of people who really loved the blends. And that's how it started actually. I didn't start it because I want to start a business.
Mm.
Eventually became a business for me. That's how it started.
I see.
Mm.
So, so previously, before that, what were you doing? Like, before you started this?
Uh,
Uh,
I was in Sabah for 9 years after my marriage.
oh, wow.
So basically, I was in a rural place. I got nothing to do much. I was like
Mm.
just bringing up my family. My kids are small babies. So I had fussy eater. So, I like to do all the crafts with the fruits, with the vegetables for the kids
Mm.
to eat. So I was doing that. I was doing chicken powder because I don't use any MSG. So I created that. And I was busy actually just taking care of my family.
Yeah.
And yeah, but at that time I was thinking once kids grow, I must do something. Then last 2 years I came back to Slango, and I started joining all the skincare courses, thinking that I might do business in that.
Mm.
But yeah, after finishing all the courses, completing everything, I don't really seem to have passion in doing whatever I was
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So I was back to food business.
Yeah. So you said earlier, because you didn't really expect it to be a business, and then you said that you didn't expect people to buy your products. How come? Why didn't you expect people to
Yeah, because
buy your
like the
products?
people, they're so used to commercial products, the finer
Mm.
texture type of powder. So when I start doing, I was using a normal blender. So of course the texture is like a bit coarser. It's like when you put in curries, right? You still can feel the particles. So that's why I didn't expect people to buy that. But why did people continue buying? Because of the taste, the aroma, the flavors are there because it's freshly grinded, right? So as time goes by, that's why I save and I invest in more better machines
Mm.
to bring into a good texture. But still, same time, I never really wanted to send to meal because I don't want any cross contamination. I want it to be pure actually, my spices.
Mm.
Sometimes they be using like the lower grades and the higher grades, right? So, and some even grind all the flour. So my spices all are gluten free. So I took the challenge of doing myself and starting everything like from scratch, finding ways.
So how did you balance wanting to have like what do you call that? Maintaining that good qualities of spices, but
Mhm.
also being able to make your prices affordable.
Mm. Uh, Initially, I was having like I have a few suppliers, so
Mm.
I will go to I will check each suppliers. I go, and even I traveled up to Penang and Singapore to
Wow.
find the spices. And once I'm back, I will do the simple test. You see whether it's adulterated or non-adulterated. Sometimes by smell you can see. And this is also a long process. So anyway, the subject that I've learned before sensory evaluation helped me a lot on how to finding all the good stuff. And yeah, reading takes a lot of time as well. And so once I'm okay with the suppliers, as you order more, you tend to get a better price, but it'll be stable.
Yeah.
So that's how I come up. But still, I sometimes I go into loss because spices business, right? Like this week it will be, let's say, 10 ringgit. Next week it can hike up to 20 ringgit.
Mm.
And the following week it can go down to 8 ringgit. So spice prices are not stable actually. But when I did my costing initially, I didn't expect this. So I was in loss, but as time goes by I get the range, but certain spices like it like just hike up so high from 130 to 200 per kilo.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
a long process to come up
Yeah.
with a yeah.
Okay. I personally didn't know that spices can go up and down like that. Like
But
so
sometimes
that's
when the
news to
crop
me.
towards the end, right, the crops,
Mm.
final crops, right, it will be a bit dirty or with the other husks. So that one they'll give cheaper price. But when the earlier the first crops, right, you will get really really good quality stuff, and it's quite expensive actually. But I
I
tend to
see.
use that type of thing, a bit greenery. The flavors are much more good. You see,
Mm.
so they will straight away call me. I'm having this type of quality. Do you want it? So I will order and I'll start grinding.
Nice. That's nice. That's nice for your like your different suppliers to also call you
Yeah,
and talk to
some
you.
really educate me as well. So I'm lucky
Mm.
to have good suppliers.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Uh,
Um. So my next question would be, what were the challenges you had when you first started, and how did you overcome them?
okay. The first time, right? In the online platform, I used to see whenever people sell spice, they use the normal plastic bags, just with the
Mm.
stapler or with the heat sealer. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
No any labeling or just a name on it. This meat curry powder, fish curry powder. That's all.
Mm.
So I looked up in Shopee and Lazada actually. What can be the most suitable packaging? Of course, affordable for me. So I went to Ziploc packages. And once I started, you see, I have to send by post to various places,
Yeah.
including to Sabah Sarawak, Brunei, Singapore, even it even traveled up to Paris and UK and US
Oh.
through family members. So the packages was quite good, and I was like so happy. And after that, I see many spice sellers start using the Ziploc packages. So I'm a bit proud about that part.
Mm.
And as the previous one I said, right, the coarser type of powders, I had a problem in that because some are okay, some are not okay. So as time goes, I was like saving money to invest in better machines, but same
Yeah.
time I have to take care of the heat because when you have high heat machines, it tends to destroy all the nutrients,
Yeah.
but you get the finer texture. So I need to really study on that part of machinery items and how to
Mm.
handle them. That is the biggest challenge for me because you have to handle with the blades. You have to clean every time you grind. So it tends to scratch your hand, although you wear gloves and so on, it don't really protect you with sharp blades. And initially I started with the third challenge, temporary labels, but with
Mm.
ingredients. So people start trusting you and you have better business by publishing all whatever, no any secret ingredients, whatever I'm using, it's there. So yeah, some people come to me and say, why are you putting all your ingredients? It's like your
Mm.
secret trade. Then I said, I never put any formula. It's just the ingredients because some are quite constant, some are
Mm.
having gluten problem, some are vegan, so you have to do that. According to food law, right? You have to do that.
Yeah.
So I started, although it's homemade, but I make it a good. I did go to courses to, uh, read the new laws and how to do all the homemade stuff. And the savings of mine was depleting initially as well. Another challenge because I joined a lot of courses. I buy raw materials, buying
Mm.
machines, but I do want to sacrifice on the quality because I
Mm.
tend to do the best for them, right? So only then you have better sales. And initially, I started with 200 grams. After 1 month, it increased to 500 grams to 1 kilo. So you have to come up with larger production. That's how I invested in more machines. That
I
was
see.
that challenges. Mm.
So you talked a little bit about your savings. So how did this how was your business funded? Did you use just purely your savings or
Definitely my husband supported me in this part because I wasn't working, right? So
mm.
I was using he was like giving me monthly allowance to take care of the kids, to take care of things. So I used a small portion of it just to generate more because I
Mm.
feel bad by depending on him, whereby I know I can do something. So and the first machine was bought by him actually because he was the one like, pushing me to do something. So he bought
Mm.
the first machine, and from there I bought another 4 machines with my own savings. So I feel that it's good that I could generate
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So how was like your family's initial reaction when you started to
Uh,
use like started to do this, started to start this with your savings and all that?
yeah, they were shocked, but they know my mom especially. Uh, she always want me to stand by my own. And she knows my worth, she knows my value. And when I say, I'm not a business person, you see, every time I have something, I will say no to it. I don't believe in this. But mom once, parents wanted me to be, I mean, to join the government sector. But same time, I was there, right, in Sabah, so it's quite hard for me. No one to take care of my kids. Once I'm here, but age limit is there. Sometimes they say overqualified. If I go to private sector, it's like a shift time. No one to take care of kids again. So they was quite happy and supportive. They were my initial customers actually. Until now, my mom never get any discount buying my stuffs. My sisters too. So whatever I sell to customers, that's what they get. Sometimes they give extra
Mm.
few ringgits. You know that it's like blessings.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the thing lah. They stopped all of them stopped commercial powders.
Mm. So would you say that one of the biggest pro of entrepreneurship is just the flexibility of being able to do what
Hmm.
you want?
Yeah, correct. You get to teach your kids your homework, send them to
Mm.
tuitions, then you can bring your mother-in-law to hospital visits, treatments, and you can buy your own groceries. So
Mm.
you have flexible time to do that.
So like other than like spices, I mean sorry, other than entrepreneurship like and being flexible, is there any other thing about entrepreneurship that you really enjoy?
I enjoy reading about it. I enjoy
Mm.
reading, scientific journals and the positive outcome of of each spice that does to your body. So it's like I'm keep gaining knowledge by doing all these stuff, especially when a customer requests you to come up with certain items or they have this medical condition. So I get to learn what medication they take and I can consult my
Mm.
doctor friend and pharmacist friend to know any reaction because I did food and drug interaction in one of my subjects. So I know it's not like I know properly, but I do gain knowledge every time I learn something. So that really like quench your knowledge thirst.
Mm.
Mm.
Cool. So I'm gonna go into the other questions now. What were the challenges that your business faced during the MCO period, and how did you adapt to
Ah,
MCO and all that?
okay. Normally, I used to grind once my kids leave to school because you know
Mm.
the powders tend to uh, disrupt your lungs. But after MCO, everyone was in the house and I got no choice. I have to grind. Even the guilty feelings are still there. That was the first challenge, but I still continue grinding. And the request during MCO, since everyone at home, right? Everyone start cooking. So my business actually tripled during first MCO.
Mm.
So my job, everyone was free in the house and me stuck in the room grinding the whole MC period. And another challenge was no post laju. I mean, no post kiosk near my place. They closed down everything.
Mm.
So I couldn't really post. I have to hold. And that's the time how I overcome it. I met some runners, beautiful souls. They helped me to, you know, send my items, everything. So it was like fun getting to know more people.
Mm.
You know, you got more opportunities. And the another thing is I can't even go out to buy supplies because I don't have any letters to write.
Mm.
So the suppliers are they're willing to come to your house to send, but you have certain amount that you have to, so you have to invest more, and your storage have
Yeah.
to be bigger, right? So
Yeah.
I have to really like okay plan and do that, and I couldn't source Ceylon cinnamon, one of my products, the organic ones. I used to sell organic ones. Then no any items could enter Malaysia at that time, so I changed to the after few months I think I started production but with the non-organics one. No, not certified, but something is there as long
Yeah.
as it's healthy. Yeah,
Mm.
that was the challenges during MCO.
Okay. That it's so good to hear that there's like the suppliers being willing to just come over and do all these different things. I think it's really nice to see that just different everyone with different kind of businesses really helping out each other, especially during this period of like the MCO and all that. So how about now? Are there any challenges that your business is facing right now?
Yeah, I still have problems because most of the shops request for my powders to be, you know, to put in on the racks. but I can't go for mass productions again. Um, One thing, because of the quality, I'm quite afraid of the quality. If I start putting in the shops, um, mine, I don't know how long it's going to be there, because my main objective is to prepare upon confirmed orders so that I can give the fresh ones. Like you ask me, in within that 1 week, I'll grind freshly and give you. So if you give to the shops, unless they have a good temperature room, it's okay. But let's say it's hot or what, I don't know how it turn out. It might
Yeah.
destroy
Yeah.
the name that I've created, right? So I'm still thinking on that. Of course, I have to change my packaging and so on, but still I need to have more investment, more money, more time. So that are the challenges I'm facing currently, and still in my research on what to do about that, and about
So,
resellers as well. We have many this one reseller, she was very interested. I mean, I'm keen to work with her because she came to my house, she came, checked the place, and she uh, tested my food, so it's okay. But the some resellers, they just ambush to you and said, I want to become reseller. So
yeah.
I feel that you need to have passion, you need to understand my
Yeah.
product, only then you can
Yeah.
be a reseller. So it's quite hard to educate the public regarding quality of spices actually. Mm.
Yeah. So I'm just basing this off like what I'm listening and all that. So a lot of the things, do you do it alone? Like, do you have any other business partners, or it's just you doing everything behind the scenes and also in front?
Yeah, actually, basically, I do all A to Z, marketing,
Mm.
photography, branding, everything. But during bazaars, I use my mom and my husband's help. You know, when I'm selling one of the products, Pantong ginger, so you really have to de-skin it, wash it, clean it, 20 over kilos, fresh turmeric. So I need their help. So what I did before I asked their help, I sent them to KKM courses, and they have to take all the typhoid jabs to help me. I don't simply ask anyone to help me without the jab. Only so far, only these two there, because I have their certificates and their jab, right? So only that.
Mm.
But most of the time, only me. Unless any missionary items, like technical problems, then my husband comes in to handle all the missionary items.
Okay. So would you? I mean, like, would you ever plan into like getting a business partner, or anytime soon, or even like, would you even consider that?
I never considered that because I have trust problem. I don't know. Maybe in future,
Yeah.
I came across someone. Maybe
Mm.
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you for answering that. I have one more question. Do you think that young people should start their own businesses, and why?
Yeah, definitely they should, because I believe young people are much more creative. They are
Mm.
they know their technology. For example, they know TikTok, so you can use all these social medias for marketing strategies. And of course, everyone owns a good smartphone, and
Yeah.
your photography tends to be good, and you tend to be crazy, right, youngsters? And when you're crazy, you get to innovate wonderful products, because I know personally some of them, they're really doing good. And
Mm.
this MCO taught us a lot. Even though you
Yeah.
have a permanent job, it might be vice versa. So it's
Yeah.
good to have a backup source of income. And
Yeah.
I would like to tell the youngsters that you can build your source of pride. I mean,
Mm.
in healthy doses, it bolsters your self worth, and lets you take to credit when you achieve something worthwhile, and
Mm.
you can find freedom. You can do better things, and most importantly, you can make money. So it helps. It helps you maybe in further education and so on,
Yeah.
building a family. So definitely they should go for it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. We're gonna go into the Q&A sessions, and there's actually a few questions that the audience have asked. So the first question is, do you plan on producing any other products in the future other than the ones that you have now? And
Yeah, all the requests are in queue actually.
okay.
I'm doing one by one. That's why I started with four. This year itself, I I've produced 20 over types actually.
20
Uh,
over new types.
yes, and I mean spices. So I have new requests on flours,
Mm,
which I will consider as long as it's gluten free, because I don't want my machines to have any cross contamination as well. As
yeah.
long as it's gluten free, then I'll consider, because I need to check on my time and
Mm.
supplies again. But I
So would
think it's a continuous job.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Would you say that your spices are also like it's customizable based on your customers' needs? Is
Yeah,
that
like
right?
some of them, let's say for keto diet, right? So
Mm,
I use rice grains as one in one of my blends, because it's like the recipe is inspired from this particular country. So if they're on keto diet, although it's only 2% in the blend, since you're keto diet, so I eliminate that ingredient.
mm,
Like, and then types of chilies. Sometimes they don't want too spicy, they want for the kids, right? So I'll customize that. I'll eliminate the chili, or I'll try to find the lesser chili version. I mean, lesser spicy chili version. It's quite hard to get that type of version, although they claim it's less spicy, but once you do, it's quite spicy.
mm.
So that's quite something to check upon.
All right. I'm gonna move on to the next question. How do you educate your customers about the benefits of spices?
Normally I'll post it in my social medias, and every time they ask me for suggestions, I will give them the dosage and how you should consume it.
Mm.
Every single thing that they should know. Too much of a good thing is definitely bad for your health, and I have to tell them that I don't like. No, you just eat mine. Nothing will happen to you. I'll never say that. I say please take it alternatively, or please take it. This much is good enough, and
Yep.
that's why I'll teach them to this one, to educate them, and how to keep your spices actually, some
Oh,
tips and
okay.
tricks, all that, right? So I'll mention all that.
Mm. Um, there's another question. What is the most important skill or value to have as an entrepreneur?
Ah, most important skill. I think you should have your passion. Next, you have to be hard. You have to be like really sacrificing your time and work hard for your team.
Mm.
During my studies, I used to hear you have to work smart instead of working hard. But I think if you want to start your own business, you have to work hard. You have to know A to Z. There's no skipping or outsourcing your business to people, because you wouldn't know what are the problems that might arise. But once you are good enough, then maybe you can work smart. So that is
Mm.
the important skill. You really have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you. There's another question. Did you have any mentor when you started your business? Any advice on how did you get info when you needed to build a business?
Okay, when I started my business, I don't have any mentor actually. But as I joined online platforms, I met wonderful ladies who have their own
Mm,
businesses. Yes, I asked their opinion on how to come up, and how what should I do next. I'm having this trouble. What do you think I can do? So they are the strong ladies that helped me during the process, because they was in like home business,
mm,
homepreneurs like for quite few years, right? So yeah, I use their suggestions.
awesome. Yeah, I think it's really good when we see just different people with different business helping one another. Because like
Mm.
it really shows like how human we can be.
Yeah,
And
but now I'm proudly to say that I have a mentor in dealing with technology things. I mean,
mm,
how do you market your marketing strategy, all that. So I will be still messaging her, what should I do with this? What should I do with that?
mm,
So it's like very helpful ladies as well. So I'm happy to have her as my mentor.
yeah, that's good. That's good. There's another question. So someone asked Alvin Tam. He asked, how do you find trusted supplier and maintain local buyer?
Okay, trusted supplier, like just now I said, right? I go to not few, it's like a lot of shops. uh, I'll buy in small amount. I come back home, I'll do some tests, because
Mm,
every person I meet, they say no, mine is good, mine is that, mine is that. And I was cheated initially because I have like almost zero knowledge in spices. I just buy in little amount for my family, right? So once I buy in bulk, I get cheated as well. Then once I'm good at it, I managed to have this few suppliers only because as time goes, sometimes they still give the lower quality grades. Sometimes the workers
Yeah.
tend to pack for you. So I'll
Yeah.
return that. I won't use. So
Mm.
they're very sure that I do all my job A to Z. No matter how busy I am, I make sure I check on that. If no,
Yeah.
I won't pay you. So that is
Mm.
the thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
another question: how to maintain loyal buyers? Okay, this is depends on totally on them. I don't give discounts. I don't give free gifts because my powders are just nice. My profit of margin is very less. So I give whatever I'm doing it full of love, full of
Yeah.
passion. So I'm giving that. And yeah, some customers, they are quite fussy. They tend to complain, and you don't get feedback most of the time. And I can't force them to give me review. So only thing I like, some of them really complain so much, but monthly they start ordering. So from there, you know that okay, they are fine with my things. That's how I know. So I have a few loyal customers in my list. So almost like monthly, twice, 2 months once, they will definitely order. So
Mm.
that's how I know. As long as you keep the quality, so you will have
Yeah.
loyal
Yeah.
customers. That's all.
Yeah.
Don't change that.
Yeah. Thank
Mm.
you. So there's this just one last question that uh, what is that one advice that you can give to young entrepreneurs? And let's just end it here. Yeah,
Yeah.
one advice you can give.
One advice I said, don't have fear. Just go ahead with what. Just follow your heart. You shouldn't like stop. Should I do that? Can I do this? Don't have all the
Mm.
processes. You just start, but make sure you can don't invest too much. You maybe can start small, and let's see how's your uh, how how people are reacting to your staffs, and after
Yeah.
that you can build. I started very small, so it's like
Mm.
still it's average, it's not big. Although one day I plan to have my own premise so that I can get the halal certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you start, then you will never know your worth if you never start. So start now.
Yeah. 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 Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Sena, and also just really just being able to share your story and your business experience and your advices. So thank you so much, everyone, also for joining us, uh, and also just being able to join us today. So that was, in case you guys didn't know, that was Sena from Homemade Sena Spice Blend, sharing about the experience at Tauke Talks. And Tauke Talks is brought to you by RYSE and supported by Citi Foundation. Uh, cool. So before we end, we're just gonna go into next week's Tauke Talk. We'll be talking to Alia from Asal. They are a local homemade cosmetic brand. So the session will be on Zoom call. And if you're interested, you can go to the bit.ly /Tauke Asal. And yeah, you can get that link there and register through that link. Yeah, and if your goal is to learn more about business building and you want to find out about our free programs and like the upcoming Tauke Talks or even just the different things that we could be running, you can like and follow us on our Instagram pages, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we also have a YouTube. You can just check us out and if you're interested. Right, so with that, we're gonna end. Thank you so much again, Sena, for just being here with us and just sharing everything that you shared already. It was really, I think it was just, for me, I just really learned a lot also, like the different things about spices. Like you even mentioned the how it goes up and down, and just really thank you for just spending time with us. Yeah, so goodbye everyone. Goodbye, Sena. It was nice
Bye.
having
Thank you,
you. Bye
everyone.
bye
Thank you, guys.
everyone. Thank you
Bye.
guys. Bye bye.